Hello, today I want to give you an overlook of of just the process data goes through when it's collected. There are two reasons why I'm doing this in my evaluation. Firstly, wrong bit, my bad. The simple thing here, system side, validation, and sanitization is also something I want to look at. So, inputs are validated with relevant validators. Um, check all inputs by entering extreme values. I've actually already done that, but I've already the testing, but I want to show you the validators themselves. So this will be hopefully not a too long one. If I go to, actually no, let's just get, yeah, all right. All my validators are stored in validator.php. Some of them are in by AI, that's marked, so you don't need to worry about that. Like this isn't, because it isn't marked anyway. Um, this one takes any string values I decide to pass through. It has the value passed in, it has a minimum which is default to 1, a max which is default to infinity, and mandatory. So does this need to be filled in, which is default to false? It doesn't need to be filled in. So here we take our value, we trim it, so we remove all the spaces. Then we say if mandatory is false, so it's not mandatory, and if there's nothing in it, return true. So that's just saying if it's no, that's alright. If it is a non-mandatory value, and then after that, which assuming it isn't, then we return then we would check to see actually, is it the right length? Is it between these values? And then we return if that's true or false. Um, email, again, we've got this basic checker just to see if we can leave a no. If not, we pass it through this filter, checks if it's a legit email value. Here, phone number, this is written by AI, probably uh, slightly adjusted by me over here, but most of it was written by AI. If the phone number input is, and phone number is always going to be not mandatory in this, so I didn't even put in the option. If phone number is just no, or if it's zero, then we return true, it's fine, it's empty, that's alright. If it isn't, then first of all, and we're going to replace all non-numeric values with nothing. And then we're going to check if the length matches 10, which is how long the phone number should be. Then we'll return true or false. Microchip number is kind of much the same, so it doesn't even, it is the same actually, apart from it checks a different length and has a range it can be in, not just a set value. Text checks if it's empty and if that's okay. Um, it replaces all these spaces, nothing. Uh, I made it initially only set to the alphabetical, but I thought, there's a little accent over cafe. Sometimes there are like letters like that. People might find the right character for that and input it. I don't want that to break because of this. Because it was like having a lot of counties and cities. More if there's like a foreign alphabet being put in. I mean, I can't see really much where that would happen, but if it does, I think that should be fine. So that's what this does. Um, yeah, that's just more of this. Money checks it ends with 0.00. No, checks it ends with point and then two numerical values. This is written by AI. Obviously, it checks to see if it can be if it is mandatory. Date checks to see if it's mandatory. If not, checks to see if there's two numbers at the front, two numbers in the middle, four numbers in the back. Parse date checks if it's a real date actually. I once put in like I think February 29th. I forgot completely. It wasn't even a real date, and it caught me. So I was very pleased with that. So yeah, this function is no longer in use. I just wanted to show that I coded it, but there's not really any point in being there because I realized that actually I want people to be able to leave that value as like null, so I don't need this. So it's not called anywhere. Those are all my validators. Just so you can see where they're called the store and update. When I'm first checking the inputs and I pass them in and I've got a designated error in cases it doesn't return true. Alright, thank you for watching. That was my actually hang on a sec. I realized there might be more to this Hazard call it. So let me a quick look. Here we are, how will login details be processed? So start, and this is just looking at how I want it to work. User submits data, we've got all that, data box is shown. Oh wait, these are login details, my bad. Here, same. Data's passed through validated, so that's showing you this stage. Is the data valid? No. So the errors and submitted data returned. Just to show you that happening, just so you can tick it off yourself. Hang on, sorry, I just realized I did that completely wrong. Give me a second. My apologies, I did realize actually this is conditional to change a lot of the time. Just looking at this. And this a blip from my mind, but it is of course valid. Where is it? The 1 second. Here we are. The errors are not always the submitted data is not always returned. That's kind of conditional. So the time that I want it to, but the errors always return. So I'll show the errors being returned. Error returned, and that's what you see in the validators. So I can take some those two. If I can please get it up again. What? No, the error system. The 1 sec. Here we are. So yeah, the errors are returned as you can see. So this is functioning, and if I choose to, I can pass back data. The data is sanitized. So I'll show you that stage now, just so you've seen it. Right, onto sanitization, just to show you that aspect works too. And then I think you can be confident the full process being executed. And there's a way I wanted to test this actually. So I want to enter this SQL code and see if it does what it's saying here. To show you that it does, first of all, the input sanitization works. So this is a code that would change the name of one of the tables. So let us put it here, as this can be any value. No, this is going to rename, the users table to hacked. Yeah, good. So first of all, it's there. We want it to be there. We don't want it to be kicked out. Now let's close this and reopen it. I just realized it's a bit slow actually. Updating, so this way we can see whether or not it's been changed from hacked or not. And here we are. Tables. And this is one is truth. Users. And if we go select all from users, and we'll see if it's there. Wrong one, I'm afraid, but Uh, oh, sorry, that should be in clients. Select all from clients. What's the pets? It was pets. I've got terrible memory. Here we are, right there. So it's been added to the database, but nothing bad's happened. Now, just to show you why this all works, I want to talk about my input sanitization. Where does input sanitization happens? It happens over here. All values I believe need to be sanitized. Well, actually, not that bottom one. That one's there because I pass through their own respective sanitizers. Most are passed through the string because even if they're not supposed to be a string, they're supposed to be text. If they've already passed the validator, I know that's alright. I know it's in there anyway. And then let me just show you. And then this one's got sanitized decimal, and I do have a couple of others. They're in functions at the bottom. Here we are. Sanitized string. It trims it. This was true. And then it uses the filter var filter, which cleans it. And then here we have sanitized decimal, which was generated by AI, which sanitizes decimals, all the decimal input. I can't really see how it would be a harmful input if it got past the validator, but the AI told me it would, so I just took their warning. To update, this serves two purposes. If it's got this past the validator, it won't be for date. It won't be an RC input. So this is just to swap it to the American format before I add it to the database. Sanitized phone number. Uh, just replaces all non-numeric values with nothing. So yeah, that works. Alright, so ultimately I've shown off that this process works. There's a bit of discrepancy regarding whether or not submitted data is returned. It's kind of on a case-by-case basis. But as you can see, the process does work. Data is submitted, validated, and sanitized before being added. And alright, so that is my evaluation of this. Overall, I'd say it's very successful. Thank you for watching this. Alright, bye.